you're a 3 second person,
Mm-hmm.
right? And my wife realized immediately, and she's like, and she says, well, what do you want us to talk about? And I said, literally anything else, right? So you set the terms, right? I mean, you get what you accept, right? And I don't accept that, right? I mean, I, you and I both have made bad life choices. We've
Sure.
made mistakes, right? But we don't need to fester on it. You know, it's not like a sore. We don't want it to fester. And the more you let that do, but you clear that out. Now we started talking about positive things. We had a great time. So
Let's talk about the importance of sleep, because I know you're an early riser, so am I. Uh, can you tell when your body's wearing down?
yeah, I can, but everybody's rhythm is different, right? And I actually go through that in some of my training when you're emotionally strong, when you're intellectually strong, when you're physically strong. But I will say this: sleep is you got to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Period. All right. But the reason that you go into REM, what the most one of the most important things about REM sleep is that your spinal fluid actually comes up and washes your brain 2 or 3, sometimes 5 times a night. It's fine, okay. But if you have systems in place, like I'm a chocoholic. I'm a chocoholic. All right, I am a chocoholic. We don't have chocolate now. We use people don't like this. They say negative reinforcement. I would never use negative reinforcement. Yeah, you do. See, I don't have chocolate in the house. Sacrilegious. So that's yeah.
That's your thing. But in martial arts, there are things that you learn, training and rituals and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when you were having leading your school and you had class at 9. That didn't mean
yeah.
9:05. It
Right,
was
right. You have to be there on time. So that's the nice thing about owning your own business. You're not the boss.
right.
Everybody else is, right. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to be late all the time, then you're going to find that your bosses are going to leave you, right. So you've got to do that. And the nice thing about martial arts is it's a system based that you have to learn a form or a technique, and if you do it over and over and over again, and that generalizes, that work ethic generalizes. Actually, if you want to speak about work ethic, I'm going to go off the martial arts. You brought me back twice. Book to read, A Message to Garcia. It's over 100 years old. You can get it on Google, and it's free, and it takes about 10 minutes to read. And it's the base. Every one of my clients, my kids, myself, I read it twice a year, at least. But it talks about being that person that does the thing, right? And the mental side of it, changing who I am and what I do, right? I don't fear that, right? I don't fear change, right? It's like I look forward to it, right? It's like it's a funny thing. It's the only constant in the universe, but everybody doesn't want to do it. But it's the only constant in the universe is change, right? It's crazy.
Okay.
You're what you're doing. It may be that right now, right? But wouldn't it be great to dent the universe on your time, and then spend the time with your family, right? Like what you're saying, like if something happened, right? This place would
Absolutely.
still.
Okay.